class, so we're gonna do the best we can. I have weights. You can do 2, 3, 4 pounds. I definitely have my water. I have a mat, but if you're on carpet, you might not need a mat. I have a block. If you don't have a block, you could probably use, some books, some other things like that. And again, as you're here, you might get more creative, maybe even a little taped box, something like that. I have a bar stool. My bar stool lifts up and down. So we're gonna do some things that we would do with a chair, where we turn the chair around, and then we can use the back of the chair like we would a ballet bar. I have resistance bands, but you're not going to necessarily need these, so if you don't have them, don't worry about it. If we end up staying home for a little bit longer than we had anticipated, you might be able to order those online, so you can have some of your own resistance bands at home. If that's something that you think you want to do, you can do that now. I'm going to start my classes like I do everything else. If you want to play your own music, I want to be able to put these on on YouTube later so people can access them. It's the only reason I'm not going to have music playing in the background. So if you have your own music, you can definitely do that. I will take my sweater off. I will try as best I can to stay within my small frame. And you might see some dogs in and out of the frames. So I tried to keep them upstairs yesterday, and they really just don't like that. So if you see some of my dogs, just say hi. All right, so we're going to start into the center. I want you to take your legs out a little wider and just start bending your knees. Reach your arms down. Let's inhale, reach up, and exhale. Let's find 5 of these. And 4. And 3. Push into your heels. 2. And 1. I'm going to rise up into my right toes, go over to the left side, stay to the left, reach, and reach. And get down as low as you can. If you can swoosh and get into the ground, do that. Let's find just 2 more. And last one, and we'll go over to the left. Use this as your opportunity to kind of check in, see what your body is doing, see how you feel. Last 3, last 2. Last one. We're going to start off in a wide plie. So reach the legs out, try to bring the hips in, and let's just start making little movements. Think about pushing into the pinky toe, so you're rolling to the outer arches. I'm rooting a little bit into the big toe, so I want to maintain position, but I want to push the knees back. So think about pushing the knees back as far as you can. Lift the heart, breathe steady, and just find about 10 more. And 9. 8 and 7, maybe hips to the side. You can even reach those arms out. 4 and 3, 2 and 1. We're going to rise up into the right toes and sink down a little bit more. Try to push the shoulders back. Keep the hips open. And let's go for 5 and 4, 3 and 2 and 1. Bringing that heel down and other side. So reaching that left heel up, sink down as low as you can, pushing into your outer right pinky toe, outer arch, and rooting into the big toe, so I'm not lifting that inner arch. Last 3, last 2, last 1. Come into the center and just start to shift the heels side to side. If you can, keep the torso in to the center and lower down as much as you can. And let's find 5 and 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Soft heels and then lift the heels. Soft, lift, soft. Let's reach the arms up and then down. Lift and lower, finding balance. Lift and lower. 3 more. And 2, and 1. Keep those knees bent. Plie a little bit more, get down a little bit lower. If you can, lift the arches, push your hips forward, shoulders are back. Breathe deep, in through the nose, out through the nose. Sink down a little bit more. So you can push the knees out and try to push the knees back as far as you can. Shoulders are back, belly is in. So really strong, lift up through the belly. Think about the whole rib cage getting really long so the legs have to work. Now push the heels slightly apart without moving them, and then see if you can squeeze them together. And push apart, and squeeze together. And notice how the muscles actually contract. You're going to keep bobbing up and down, but I want you to keep this push, squeezing in, and we're going to push out, squeeze in, push out, squeeze in. And I'm going to hold here. I want you to push out. Think about the knees pushing out as far as you can, maybe reaching those arms out. Sink down a little bit more, and then pull in. Squeeze the heels in, lift the tailbone through the legs a little bit more. Stay here for 3. And 2, oh, I know these hurt, and 1. Sink down. Reach the hands to the outside of the knees and move a little side to side. See if the fingers can come back around. Can you spread the legs a little bit more? So almost like you're pushing the legs out. On your inhale, lift up. Keep the knees bent. I know we'll come out of this in a moment. Right arm comes down so you can touch the outer calf. Maybe reach that left arm up. Let's find 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Reaching to the other side, same thing. So let's break down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Working into your side body. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Going side to side. 10, 9. Root into your big toes. Find your balance. 7. And 6, getting as low as you can. 5, if you can touch the ankle, do that. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. And then straighten the legs. Oh, bring it in. I know those hurt. Let's lift the heart up. Round the back just a little bit. Bend your knees, lower down. Inhale, roll it up. And just feel this for a moment. Exhale, lower. Inhale, roll it up. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale. So I'm going to bring my chair in. I'm going to take my chair down. I'm going to grab on, and this comes up. It's going to come up kind of like a ballet bar. If you have a chair, you're going to use the back of your chair. I want you to bend your knees. We're going to start on this left leg. So the left leg is going to stay still. Right leg reaches back. Keep the knee bent. And then bring yourself back. And I want you to just find this shift. Push into your left big toe. Keep your hips squared. Reach your heart forward. And just find this, keeping this knee on the left side bent, and try to keep the right hip down. So the shoulders are going to be square as you do this. Reaching up. Now we're going to stay forward in just a moment. So let's find 5 more like this. Push your weight back into your heel. So you're off of the knee. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Holding here. Think about pushing the right leg up. So a little push. 10, 9. Now pull your belly button in. So you're keeping your spine in neutral. Reaching up. Tiny, tiny little pushes. So you're going to push right into the back of that thigh. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Extend the toes, kick the heel. Extend the toes, kick into the heel. Extend and kick. Extend and kick. Extend. Lily, out of the way. Kick. Extend and kick. Keep extending and kicking. Extend and kick. Lily, come over here. Lily, come on. Out of the picture. Bring yourself. Kick out, bend the knee. Kick out, bend the knee. Kick out, bend the knee. Try to pull the belly button in. You've got 5 more. Keep that left knee bent. And 4. Push into the left heel, left big toe. 3 and 2. Kick out. Last 1. Kick out. Bring it all the way up, and then I want you to lean forward if you can. Come all the way up. Keep a soft bend in the left knee. So we're going to kind of work into that left glute. Square the hips. So if you notice you're turning the hip out, try to avoid that. Try to keep it down, and your gaze is forward. And just reaching in, keeping that hip squared. Last 4, Last 3. We're going to stay down. And 2. And 1. I'm going to stay here. I'm going to lower the left knee down a little bit and then push into it. So it's a lower lift for 10, 9, 8, 7. You notice I'm not pushing with the hands. I'm just holding here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cross that right ankle over. Sink your left hip back. Pull your heart forward, so you're pushing your bottom in the opposite direction that you're pushing your heart. Keep your right foot flexed, sink down into it. Now if you can, stretch around your back a little. And then pull your tailbone back, ribs towards thighs. So it's round, then I'm going to pull back, round again, pull back. Find 5 more like this. Round, and bring it back, and 4. Bring it back. Get as low as you can on that left leg. And 2. Last one. And bring that right leg down. Shake out. I know, a lot on the left hip. We're going to do the same thing other side. So when you do this again, just holding on to the back, you're going to push your weight into the right foot. And I'm going to start to bend the left knee. And as you do this, I want you to think about leaning forward and then bring the knees back in line. So it's forward and up. Now I'm never straightening out that right leg. So I'm keeping it in this bend, reaching the heart forward and trying to keep the left hip and the left shoulder down. Try to keep the right knee forward and the right toes and knee are facing in the same direction. So kind of see, sometimes when you're coming up, is your knee facing about where that second and third toe are? Sometimes the hip wants to open up, and you don't have to overextend as you do this. Last 3. Breathing into it. Last 2. Last 1. I want you to hold here tiny little lifts and bend that right knee generously, pushing to your right big toes. So I'm going to kick this heel up. Now I'm going to pull the belly button in, shoulders are back, and lift that leg. Push the knee slightly forward, lift that leg. You've got your heart reaching forward. I'm not rounding into the back. So when you're doing this, I want you to think about keeping that back in neutral. Let's find 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, pressing up. 4, 3, bend generously. 2, and 1. Bring it in a little bit. Bring those knees into alignment. Lower back down. So lean into it a little bit more. And press. We're going to find those extensions here in a moment. Last 3. And 2. And 1. Think about leaning forward. Extend that leg out. Kick the heel in towards the bottom. So extend, kick. Extend, kick. Extend, kick, extend, pushing into your right big toe. So you're keeping that right hip in line. Keeping that knee forward, pulling the belly button in, neutralizing the spine. Kick, heel, kick, heel. Last 3, last 2, last 1. Think about bringing that knee down. So I'm going to find those little bends. Lower and lift, lower. Lift, pressing right through that right heel, lifting up and down. Let's find 10 more. And 9, and 8, and 7, and 6, and 5, and 4. My right hip is burning. I don't know about yours. And 3, and 2, and 1. Taking that left heel over. Think about sinking the hips back, pulling the shoulders back, reaching the heart forward. So getting into that stretch, pushing to your right big toe, and then round your back a little. And then pull the heart forward. And then round the back. And then pull the heart forward. And round. And pull the heart forward. And round. Pull the heart forward. Let's find 5 more like this. And back. And round, and back, and round, and back, and round. Last 2, back. Last one, hold here. See if you can seat back a little bit more and then push through that right leg. Oh, I know. So glute hurt. Let's get a drink. So find your water. All right, make sure, especially during all of this, you're inside, you're really stressed, make sure to hydrate a lot. It's real easy to let our body go when we're fearful. So we definitely don't want to do that. I'm going to take my seat down a little bit more. So if you have a normal chair, you're going to come in so the chair is forward. You can hold on to the back of the chair. I'm going to lean forward a little bit so mine might look a little bit different than yours. I'm going to plant my weight into my right foot, and I'm going to bring that left foot up a little bit. I'm going to bend the right knee, and I want you to press back, and you're going to bring it up. So you're going to find 10, bring it up, 9, bring it up, 8, bring it up, 7, bring it up, 6, bring it up, 5, bring it up, 4, bring it up, 3, bring it up, 2, bring it up. Last one, I want you to hold here. Keep your knee bent. If you're down really low, you can straighten it out a little bit more. If you're like me and you're up a little higher, you're going to come down more, but you're going to still push into that back right heel. Point your toes, and then I want you to bring your knee out over towards the side, and then bring your toes back up at 12 o'clock. So that foot is going to come back over, and these are called scorpions. So it's kind of like a flick. For 10, 9, 8, keep the right knee bent. 7, try to bring the shoulders forward. 6, 5, 4, 3, we're going to double time. 2, and 1. So double for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it out to the side and then flex your foot. We're going to bring that foot out so the leg is at 90 degrees. Keep bending into that right leg and push the left shoulder down a little bit. Now bring your knee forward and kick it back. So I want you to do these little movements. So you're going to kick in. Make sure your right knee is facing forward. Your shoulders are facing forward. Really working into the obliques. You've got 5 more. Keep going. 4, 3, 2, 1. Point the toes and press back behind you. Now see if you can bring it in towards the elbow or the shoulder. Press back. So point, and this time let's flex back, and I want you to push the leg back a little bit. My seat moves, so it's a little bit more challenging. Point in, bring it back, flex. Point in, bring it back, flex. Point in, bring it back, flex. Point in, last one. Bring it back, flex. Hold back, square the shoulders. See if you can lift that leg up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that leg down. Massage out your right glute. We'll go to the other side, same thing. So when I do these again, you can see my seat swivels. So you have to use a lot of balance. We're going to find that step forward first. So you're going to shift your weight over to the left leg, bend your left knee. Step up with the right leg. Now as you're here, think about taking that right leg back. Press. So you're going to bring it forward, press it back. Forward, press back. Forward, press back. So it's just a touch. And back. So I'm using the stability of the left leg. And the left leg is really what's doing a lot of the work. Try to keep the chest lifted. Step, point, step, point, step, point, step, point. Last 2. Step and point. You can see which one's my weaker leg. Stepping back. All right, so on this one, again, you're squaring your hips forward, You're going to bring your shoulders in, and I want you to keep that left knee bent. Think about extending. We're going to point those toes up, lift the knee up. Find those scorpions. So bring your knee out to the side, but keep the left knee facing forward. And then the toes come back up. So it's open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close. Let's find 10, 9, 8. Keep the shoulders forward. 7. Drop the right shoulder. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Double time. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep that knee up. Try to flex your foot and lift your knee so your knee comes in 90-degree angle. Keep the hip up. Try to push into the left big toe, so that standing big toe. I'm going to bring hip forward a little bit, hip back a little. Forward and back. And I'm going to keep trying to press my right shoulder down a little bit more. And keep squeezing everything in. So as you do this, you find those little adjustments you need to make. 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. You're going to bring those toes in. See if you can point or grab on, and I want you to flex and press back. So we're going to point in, try to touch the elbow or the shoulder, and then flex back. And bring it in, flexing back, bring it in, flexing back, bring it in, flex back. Let's find 4 more. And back. Try to keep your weight into the right hand. And 2. Last one. Keep that knee out to the side. We miss these. Little 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring them back to the center. And then same thing. Kind of lift and push. Level out the shoulders. And see, maybe point the toes. Let's go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that leg down. Nice, round it up. Get a drink. All right. I will tell you, it seems to be harder since I don't have like mirrors or things to kind of see. I'm really focusing on your body and trying to focus and talk to you and remember what I'm doing. So if I forget a few things here and there, please bear with me. I will get better at this. And so if you have a band, I want you to grab onto a band. You can either do a light or a heavy. I'm going to do a heavier. If you don't have a band, you can still do a lot. So you don't necessarily need a band to do any of this. I'm going to take those bands above my thighs. I'm going to bring this up a little higher, and I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to rise up onto my toes. So rise up onto your toes, bring your heels together, toes together, and then sink back a little bit. And I want you to open the knees and close. Open and close. So you're going to find 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it open on 1. And see them pulse up and down for 10, 9, 8. Now you can notice my back is probably pretty straight. My shoulders are over my hips, and I'm tucking my tailbone slightly forward as I do this. Last 2, last 1. Holding here, and see them bring it in an inch and out, in, out, in, out, in, out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold on 1. 1, hold here. See them pulse up and down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Bellies in, shoulders are back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Try to scoop your tailbone slightly under as you do this. Last one, so let's bring it in a little bit. Out, in, out, in, out, in, out. 10, 9, 8. Don't give up. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold on 1, hold out here 1, lower down for 10, 9, 8, 7, maybe slow them down, 6, 5, we're gonna hold on 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold here, get down as low as you can. You'll notice my calves are shaking, I am shaking, everything's shaking. Last 4, last 3, last 2, last 1, oh, nice, take it down. Whew. All right, so we're almost on the ground. I'm gonna take the bar away from me. I'm gonna grab onto my weights. So if you don't have weights, you can grab onto cans that you know. You can grab onto water bottles as long as they're totally full. And that way you can hold on to them a little bit more equally. There's a number of different things that we can start to do to add an element of, endurance, or add a little bit of weight to it. Again, if you don't, a lot of the movements I do are micro movements, so you're going to get something out of it anyway. So grabbing onto your weights, stop bending your knees. So always keep your knees bent. Let's keep those feet hip distance apart on this one. I'm going to bring the arms up to about 90 degrees. So I'm going to bring those arms up to about 90 degrees, and I'm going to bend the knees. So my weight is in the heels, and I'm rooting into the big toes just to keep my foundation really strong. But my shift of weight is going to be back. I just want you to bring them up 1 inch for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the arms out and in for 10 and 9. And don't totally straighten the elbows. So you can see my elbows never totally straighten out. 5 and 4, 3. Keep a bend and a little tuck of that tailbone. Last 2. Last 1. So lift up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Try to keep the shoulders level. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull your arms back just a little bit and then pull them forward a little. Pull them back and forward. 5, 4. Just tiny movements, like 1 or 2 inches. 3, 2, 1. Bring those elbows out. Extend and in. Extend and in. Extend. Keep that spine in neutral. Keep the tailbone tucking slightly under as you do this. Last 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Last one. So lift those elbows out so you can press up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turn the palms in so the thumbs are up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This time it adds a little bit different. So it's a bicep curl. I'm only going to curl in that halfway mark. So I'm finding more extension or the long muscle of the bicep. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Hold here. Curl your knuckles in, touch your shoulders, and bring them back out. So this is that smaller movement. It's going to find that peak on the bicep. Bring it out and in. And try it again. Turn the fingers down and down. So you're peaking the bicep. Last 4. Belly in. 3 and 2 and 1. Bring those arms down. Oh, that feels good. Roll out the shoulders. Straighten the legs a little bit. Move your arms a little. If your arms are like mine, they're killing you right now. So we want to find a little tricep. I'm going to bend my knees, and I want you to think of kind of like you're skiing down a mountain. So you're going to pull your lower navel in just a little bit. I'm never rounding like this. So I should feel the hips kind of pull back away from the knees. The weight is in the heels, and the hands are going to be on the hips, shoulders squeezing together. Pull your belly button towards your spine, gaze forward, and find a spot to focus on. Now, if you can, just reach the arms back, and then place them back down towards your hips. And you're going to find 10. And 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, palms up, bring the fingertips up and lift, 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 lift. Now I'm not shifting the body, but pulling the arms back, so lengthening the arms a lot. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your weights together. Keep your chest and your collarbone open. Pull your belly button in. Chest keeps reaching away from your fingers. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold here. Hold, hold. Pull the shoulders away. Pull the ears forward. Relax. Roll out your shoulders a little bit. So if you find those micro movements in your body, don't have to do big things to make big changes. So I'm going to take the weights across. So I want you to bend your knees. You're going to bring that right arm across, and I want you to just touch the shin. And then as you reach up, I want you to just reach up. Now if this hurts your back at all, I want you to bring it to your leg. Minimize your twist. If not, just take it to the outside of the shin. If you want a little bit more, you can grab both those weights together and bring your left hand behind your back. Let's find 5 more. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Nice. Let's find the other side. So again, grabbing onto the weights, right hand would be behind your back, either the thigh or the shin. Reaching up. This always makes me think of Saturday Night Fever, John Travolta. Reaching up. Breathing, finding those twists in the body. Let's go 5 more. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Nice. Reach those arms in. So I'm going to bring the feet in a little bit more, and I'm going to find kind of a plie pose in this. I want you to bring your hands to your heart. Turn your toes forward a little bit, but scoop your bottom underneath, pull your shoulders back, and firm up your abdomen. So your abdomen is what's going to keep you from kind of falling back or arching your back. Take your weights to your heart, extend the arms out. Press into your big toes. And notice, try to see if you can keep equal weight in both legs. So you have to keep the legs really active to do that. Pressing both legs equally. Last 5. These are actually really hard. 4, 3. When you do the leg part of it, it is 2, 1. Coming to the other side. Again, equal weight in both legs. Firm up the squeeze your thighs. Inner thighs are squeezing towards each other. Magnetize your heels towards each other. Lift the heart, pull the belly button in, scoop the tailbone. 10, 9. See if you can minimize the shift to the left. You've got these. 5 more. 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Oh, roll out the shoulders. We're going to come down onto the ground. If you need more support under your back, you can use that. You can get a blanket, a pillow, anything. We're going to do a little bit of ab work. So I'm not going to use the weights for a little more. And you actually won't need your chair. So if you want to move your chair kind of away from you, you can. You know, I'll move it out of the frame so you don't have it like right behind me. Probably same thing with that. All right, so no distractions. We're gonna come down onto, no, Lily, go. Go. Sorry, baby. Go. She's gonna get right in front of the camera. I want you to press your toes down, and I want you to curl into yourself. So try to curl down as much as you can, chin in towards the chest. So you can go down for 5. And 4. Keep curling into yourself, like your chin is trying to touch your ribs. 3. And 2. And 1. Oh, that's so hard. So you're gonna bring those legs up. My students that take my class pretty regularly know I love these. This kicks on the lower abdomen. Your hands can be down. You're just trying to lift your butt enough to get it up off the ground. So it looks like this. It doesn't look like this. So I'm not pushing the feet forward. I'm pushing them straight up, up, up. up, and try to keep the feet separated. Let's find 10, 9, try to get 2 for each count, 8, 7, 6, 5, come back, and 4, 3, 2, 1, bend your knees. Bring your hands to your knees and push your knees away from you. And I want you to flex and point. Now as you're doing this, push the lower back down and just flex and point for 5 and 4. Keep the abdomen tight. 3, 2, 1. Point the toes, bring the hands down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Shoulders down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees. Bring your hands out. Flex your heels. This time, see if you can bring your heels down with your back staying down. And then slowly come up. We'll do 10, 9. Pressing the lower back down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Keep those arms out. 2, 1, and toes up, shoulders down. Lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Keep the abs tight. 3, 2, 1. Bring those legs out. Let's find those flex points. So lower back presses down. No space between your back and the mat. Point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. Keep pushing. You've got 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Point the toes. This time try to touch the toes down with the knees up. Push the lower back down. So again, still no space between my back and the mat. And you can tell I have to use a lot of energy to keep the lower back down. So my breath cuts out. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Bring those legs up, point the toes, shoulders are down. Let's lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Bring the lower back down, take the hands out, and let's find those flex points. 8, 7, 6. Lower back, no space between the back and the mat. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This time flex the heels, bring the hands down, push down. Make sure no space between the back and the mat. If your back starts to lift up, don't lower all the way. So again, pressing the back down, press the shoulders down. Gives you another element to weigh the body down. Last 5 and 4. Oh, these are so hard. 3 and 2. Last 1. Last 1. Slide those toes. We've got these. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Grab your knees, pull your knees into your ribs. Good job. We're going to extend the legs out. This is working on both outer and inner thigh. I want you to find full extension. So take your legs out to where it's comfortable for you. Try to press the lower back down. Now as quickly as you can, bring that right leg in over the left. So squeeze. Squeeze the inner thighs. Sorry. Reach, reach. Yep. Right, left. Right, left. Lower back is down. Right, left. Right, left. Right, left. Out. Right, left. Out. Right, left. Out. Right, left. Out. 3 more. Out. 2, 1. Nice. Left, right, out. Left, right. Your distance. So if you don't have a lot of flexibility, don't worry. Press up. Up. Nice. Squeeze those thighs. Squeeze. Squeeze, 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 squeeze in. 5 more. 4, 3, no Lily. 2, 1, nice. Grab your knees, paddle your feet out for a little bit. Let's roll up and down on our spine a little. And we're gonna come up onto hands and knees. So when you come up on your hands and knees, a lot of you guys have wrist issues. And the reason you have wrist issues is because you're not really using your wrists. So I want you to press in to this thumb knuckle, your index knuckle, and your pinky knuckle. Keep your wrist back here soft and kind of grip with your fingertips, but keep a light a light pressure with the fingers on the actual mat. Now as I do this, I'm trying not to lock out my elbows either. So I want a soft bend in the elbows, and I'm not sway backing. So when I sway back, it's kind of a cow back. So I want to find neutral. Bring your knees in a little closer together. We're going to stabilize on the left leg. So as we stabilize on the left, we're going to lift the right leg and try to press through the arms a little bit more. Pull your belly button in and lighten your left fingertips. Now micro bend the right leg and extend the leg up. So let's find a lot of these. So just keep reaching the leg back. Pull the belly in. Maybe find a soft gaze forward towards the front. You can also use a block. So you can softly press into a block, but I don't want you to press over into that left hip. I also want you to make sure you're not locking out that right elbow. Keep your chest reaching away from your toes and keep your right hip facing straight down towards the mat. 10 more. 9. Soft bend. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to bring that knee in, and I want you to just kick it straight back. Kick it straight back. And if you can do this without a hand, take it without a hand, and just find again that soft bend in the right elbow. Shoulders are equal, and I'm extending to my range. That leg is coming up and back. 10 more. 9 and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We're going to flex that heel. 3 and 2 and 1. Flex the heel and then point. So flex, point, flex, point, flex, point. 5, 4, 3. I'm going to reach that heel up. 2, reach it at an angle. 1, and I'm going to flex that heel at a slight angle, not straight up. So slight angle and in, maybe point, flex, point, flex, point. Micro bend the right elbow. I know it's a lot. Point, flex, 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 point. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it at an angle. Take the left fingertips down. So reaching, and see if you can reach that left fingertips forward and start pushing the heel back. Keep the right hip over the mat. So keep the hips square. Make sure you're not pushing too much weight into this left hip. If you are, push more weight into the right hand. You can see I'm kind of gripping with the fingertips, but keeping the thumb knuckle and that index knuckle and that pinky knuckle down. Last 8, 7. Pull the belly button in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that knee down. Oh, I know. That's a lot. Stretch a little side to side. Make sure if you're feeling pain in the lower back, are you arching your back a lot? And it's really easy to do. So we're going to come into kind of a mindful working out. We don't have a lot of distractions, a lot of noise, a lot of other people to pay attention to. We're kind of with ourselves. So you can start learning a little bit more about yourself, just checking in. Let me come back up onto the knees. This time I'm going to press into the left hand. I'm going to find that left thumb, index finger, and pinky finger down. Tent the fingers on, this time, the right leg, and that left leg is going to come up. So because my left leg is up, my right hand, or my left hand, has to take the brunt of that lost limb. So to keep myself level, I'm going to push through a little bit more. Keep just that micro bend, so I'm not locking out the elbow. Lift the heart a little bit, maybe gaze forward towards the ground, and you might tent the fingers on the right. And we're just going to lift this leg. You keep pumping the leg so the hip is over the mat. Try to push that left hip down a little bit, pull the belly in, and lengthen your chest away from your toes. So I'm actually creating more length in the back of the leg, reaching the heart forward and lifting. Breathe. Let's find 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that knee in and straighten. Bring it in, press. Bring it in, press. Bring it in, press. And you might flex and point for 10, 9, 8. Don't let that left knee cross the right too much, because we don't want to use momentum. We want to use the strength of the body. Last 2. We're going to keep that heel up. Last 1. And point the toes a little bit. Let's lift that leg. And you'll find those ups. Up, up, up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to bring that knee in. See if you can flex, point, 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 flex, point. Keep your weight shifted into your left arm. 5 more like this. 4. We're going to bring that heel up. 3, 2, 1. So I want you to bring that knee in, heel up, at an angle. Press, press, point, press, point, press at an angle. So the back of the thigh is working. Let's find 10, 9, 8. Keep lifting that right hip. 7, 6, 5, 4. Leave the leg up on 1. 3, and 2, and 1, and lift. Press, 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 press. 10, 9, lift. 8, square the hips. 7, 6, I know I'm shaking, and 5, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the hand down for a moment, straighten the leg. We've got about 20 more of these. I'm sorry, I did forget those. So we didn't have quite as many on this left side. So see, can you bring the hand to the ribs? Can you bring the fingertips out? Pull the shoulders back. And think about pulling the toes away. Pull the heart forward. Keep reaching yourself forward. Belly is in. Lift the belly button up. You got 10 more. Lift, lift. 9, lift, lift. 8, keep turning that left hip down, bend the left elbow. You've got these. 7, I know my counting is horrible. 6, squeeze, you're almost in. 5, lift, lift. 4, lift, lift. 3, lift, lift. 2, lift, lift. 1, bring that knee in, round your back a little bit, bring both hands down, press through the arms, kind of pull your head through. If you can, walk your fingertips in towards your knees and just relax. Start to slide the heels back towards your bottom, walk yourself forward, and just move your body a little side to side. Bring your hips over towards the left side, walk your hands to the right, maybe bring that left arm a little bit more forward. Maybe even find that left elbow comes down. You might find a soft prayer, or you might bring that shoulder down and kind of lean over towards the side. When you're ready, you're going to come back into the center. And I want you to do the same on the other side. So think about pressing into the right hip. Start walking the hands over a little bit more. Reach the right fingertips forward and take your head down. If that feels good, just stay there, or maybe find that soft prayer. You might find a little bit more if you want to bring that shoulder down. And coming back into the center. We're going to come onto our back for a moment. And I just want you to roll down. And again, as you do this, see, kind of keep the big toes down. Spread the toes, lift the arches, and curl into yourself. So maybe even start forehead towards the knees. And as you extend, think about bringing your chin down towards your pubic bone. And keep lowering yourself down. Let's find 5. And 4. Really curl, really curl. 3. And 2. And 1. Nice. Take those arms out for a moment. I want you to bring your knees up towards the ceiling. Think about your knees both coming over to the right side. Now stay here for a moment. Allow this to be a soft stretch. And then if it's comfortable, see, can you place your left knee right over your right knee? And you're going to notice that twists into your spine a little bit more. If that's not comfortable, keep the knees staggered. If you can, reach the knees so they're in alignment. Maybe take the palms up. Shoulder might come down. You might even move the ribs a little bit more. But make sure you're not compressing or hurting your lower back. So if anything hurts, you're hurting yourself. Think about softly bringing the feet back into the center. Bring the lower back down. Stay here for a breath. Allow your back to rebound. Allow your breath to rebound. Maybe one hand comes to your heart, one hand comes to your chest. Bring your knees up a little bit, and then think about bringing those knees over towards the left side. And you'll notice initially my legs are a little softer as I do this. And then reach the arms out. If this feels really good and you want to stay here, stay here. If you want a little bit more, you're going to place the right knee right on top of the left. And you'll notice my shoulder initially comes up. I'm going to have to adjust my rib cage to try to make it come down a little bit more. And again, if anything hurts into your lower back, don't go there. Make sure your feet are soft, your hands are soft, your face is soft. When you're ready, we're going to slowly bring those feet back into the center. Knees come up towards the ceiling. Grab onto your knees, pulling your knees into your ribs, and just allow yourself to roll side to side. You can take your hands along the backs of the thighs, roll yourself a little forward and back. See if you can come up. If that's not happening, don't worry about it. We're going to come back into a downward facing dog anyway. And I want you to stretch your arms forward as much as you can. Pull your belly button in and extend your arms really long. Keep the arms reaching out. Push the heels down. Bend your knees a little and press into your big toes. Think about swiveling your heels over towards the right side. Rise up onto your toes and kind of push your bottom out. Think about planting that right heel down, lift high onto the left toes, and stretch your left rib cage up towards the ceiling. Coming back into the center and just swiveling the heels over to the other side. Rise up into your toes, push your bottom back a little bit. And then bring that left heel down and just stretch your right ribs up towards the ceiling. When you're ready, you're going to come back into the center and just walk your hands in towards your feet. Think about melting yourself down. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Hands come to the elbows. And allow yourself to just kind of sway here a little. Start to notice that I get a little decompression in the lower back. If that's not happening for you, might be elbows to knees. But wherever you are, I don't want you to round or be like this in your pose. That puts a lot of strain on your back. Move a little side to side. Push your weight into your heels and your big toes. Everything else is pretty light. As you roll up, I want you to start to press up just a vertebra at a time, chin in towards your chest. Reach and extend your arms up. Exhale, take your hands to your heart. Say a word or two of gratitude and thanks for this day. Set a dedication or a prayer to the world for quick healing and all life. Okay, the one thing I think that this will help us all realize is that we're united and we're all going to go without some of our conveniences, some of our comforts, which gives us greater empathy towards each other. So as long as we stay really strong here, we'll stay strong here. So if any of you need me for any reason, reach out to me. You can reach out to me on Messenger. You can message me through Facebook. You can find me on my email, which is Shannon, SHANNON 0101 @gmail.com. Message me. Any way that I can help you, I'm here to help you. I love you all very much. Namaste.